Michael, ground hopping, how did you get into it in the first place?
It's a difficult one because I started off really in the 80s when I supported and still support West Ham. So I used to go around the grounds as following West Ham. Then I'd go to the odd other grounds, sometimes with Orient, now Leighton Orient. So that's sort of how I started. Then later on, I had a family and then stopped that. Then I just started picking up grounds till the point about 5 years ago I was about 25 grounds off, and I decided to do it at that point in the season. So that's how I did it.
And the Premier League of ground hoppers is to make the 92. You've done it not just once, but twice.
That's right, yeah. So I finished off the 92 with Barrow this season after a couple of clubs went out of the league and AFC Wimbledon got a new ground.
And when you look at the National League and you look at who's getting promoted, do you think to yourself, I hope it's a ground that I've never been to before? Or have you been to all the National League ones as well?
There's some National Leagues I haven't been to, but luckily the ones at the top in the playoffs I've actually been to. So I think next season it looks like Everton will be moving, so that will be the one. I suppose every ground hopper will be in the same position.
Well, ground hoppers, as we know, often have their own set of rules. So if, for example, a National League team got promoted and you'd been to their ground while they were in the National League, but not in the Football League, would that count for you? Or would you have to go and do it again?
No, as long as I've been to the ground, I've been to the ground. That's all that counts for me. As long as I've seen a game at the ground, then I'm happy with that.
You live in London.
Yeah.
We first met a couple of seasons ago or so now in Wales. What brought you across the border into Wales itself?
Basically, I was writing a book. I decided I got into it first with a magazine called Football Weekends. And I was trying to get an angle for their articles, and the publisher suggested he didn't have many grounds in Wales. So, yeah, I decided to, basically that weekend I did 3 grounds because TNS were playing on the Sunday, Airbus were on the Friday, and Connors Quay was on the Saturday. So I did a treble there, and then I decided to write my book on my adventures through the 12 clubs of the Welsh Premier League.
Well, I've got the book in my personal possession. I've read it, of course. It is excellent. Is it still available?
Unfortunately, I sold out actually. So yeah, last year, at the end of last year, I sold out. I had a limited print run. So unfortunately, it's sold out now. Or fortunately for me, I should say. But yeah.
And finally, we are here today at Rodney Parade. It's the JD Welsh Cup final. You've been here before, of course, because you've done the 92 twice. But who are you working for today?
I'm doing some work for some football, Welsh Football magazine, possibly Football Weekends magazine. And I just write a few of my own articles on the experience.
Well, Michael, thank you for your time. Very much appreciated. And I'm sure that our paths will cross again in the not too distant future.
I'm sure they will. Thank you.